Home Affairs Minister Dr. Motsoaledi supports President Cyril Ramaphosa's statement on Operation Dudula. It's a movement active in different parts of the country that holds xenophobic protests demanding that foreign nationals produce proof that they are in the country legally. Dr. Motsoaledi says it is up to law enforcement agencies to conduct searches and demand documents from people suspected of being in the country illegally. The minister spoke to our international news editor Sophie Mokoena.
Those who are innocent have got nothing to worry about. The ones who are making noise, they know what they've done. For instance, you see matches here by people sometimes who believe they are welcoming to everybody. Some of them own businesses in which illegal foreign nationals who are vulnerable are being exploited, very heavily exploited, and earning nothing. You saw what happened in Robertson. I'm sure you saw the war between Basotho national and Zimbabweans, where the story was that no, it is the labor brokers who are doing this. And the labor brokers came very openly. Within a short space of time, they said, no, the white farmers told us that when we recruit for them as labor brokers, we must recruit only Zimbabweans and nobody else. What was the reason? They were going to exploit them, because they know that they are illegal. By the way, this one,
of Labor, where is
before you come there, this one I saw it, I think it was 2002, when I was the MEC for Agriculture in Limpopo. Mr. Billy Masetla was the DG of Home Affairs.
I remember.
Yes, and Minister Member Disim Tlatlana was the Minister of Labor. They came to Limpopo, to Musina, and I went with them there. And the stories that people were telling us were chilling. They were saying the white farmers there hire illegal Zimbabweans in their farms and not South Africans. They hire them and they toil them. They toil there. At the end of the month, when they are supposed to pay them, he just takes his van out, go to the nearest police station, find the commander there, a police commissioner at the police station. No, they don't deport them. They just drive with a lot of vans to their farm. And when they see the vans coming, they run away. And then the farmer no longer have to pay salaries. They've disappeared. They just disappear because they know that they are there illegally. Isn't that an evil act? It's very evil. So these are the things that we are going to have to fight. And I'm emphasizing to you, people who are here illegally, who have stolen nothing, who have defrauded nothing, have got nothing to fear. But those who did, together with Home Affairs officials, so it doesn't matter. When you destroy this system, whether you are a foreign national or you are a local, a citizen, we're coming for you.
You have this situation where fellow Africans are being abused in our country, a country that fought for democracy.
That's bad, and it must come to an end. I've just said so. But it doesn't start with the Minister of Agriculture, as you said. It starts with the Minister of Labor. That's why you are aware that the President formed an interministerial committee, which fortunately is co-chaired by me and the Minister of Labor. We have already put these things on the table, we are discussing them, and we are putting mechanism. In that interministerial committee, the Minister of Agriculture, Agrarian Reform, and Land Reform and Rural Development, Rural Development, is sitting there, Metoko Didiza. We're discussing these issues with her about what we are going to do. And there, I've just told you this morning, I said with the Minister of Police and his general, this was about the Border Management Authority, how it's going to work. The act, which was eventually passed, even though I said it took 10 years, the act names 9 ministers who must sit together to take care of those borders. And the Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development is also sitting there. And we are discussing these issues every day. Very soon, you are going to see a completely new imaging out of the country on how we deal with these matters.
Is there synergy in cabinet, but also these 9 ministers?
The reason that we formed the Border Management Authority, the reason that NICOC realized it is because we had 7 different ministries and entities at the borders who were working separately, each one in their own silos. And that's where the weakness was. So integrating them under one authority under one command structure, the Border Management Authority is going to solve a problem. Among the 9 ministers which they act, the interministerial committees in South Africa are formed by the president. This is the only interministerial committee since democracy that is not chosen by the president, but the act itself, the act of parliament names the 9 ministers who must sit there. And we have already agreed that they'll sit 4 times a year or as required. Sit 4 times a year statutorily, but as required. The Minister of Agriculture is also in there. Public Works is not, because the work that Public Works was doing at the borders is going to be taken over by the Border Management Authority. The Deputy Commissioner for Corporate Services is going to be taking over that work. And we are busy, by the way, with transfers of these functions under Section 97 of the Constitution of South Africa. Section 97 of the Constitution talks about mainly about 2 issues: the transfer of functions from one or the administration of an act of parliament from one ministry to the other, and the transfer of staff which were hired under one ministry to be transferred to the other. And so many of ministries are going to be transferring functions and human beings to the Border Management Authority, and that process is on.
What's your position with Operation Dudula?
Sophie, the person who is the ultimate in terms of policy and pronouncements is the president of the country. The president has already clearly pronounced about Operation Dudula. Now you are putting me in a difficult position to ask me about my individual position as a minister, whereas the boss of the country, the commander-in-chief, have spoken. Please go and follow about what the president has said. And I've got no option but to follow what the president has said, because he is the ultimate policy maker and spokesperson of the whole government.
But are you comfortable? Because
I'm comfortable with what the president said.
You are towing the line.
No, I'm not towing the line. I'm comfortable and I'm going along with what the president has said. It's not towing the line, but at any rate, I've already told you, he's the commander-in-chief. When he commands you, you must agree or you get out.
All right, you can watch the full interview tonight at 7:30 p.m. on our sister channel, The Full View on SABC News.